Hi, how are you?
Hello,
Trey Alexander. Yes.
Oh, you're Fandango?
I
Yeah.
am Fandango.
Sounds like a porno name. Oh, that's Mandingo.
It's the first time I've ever heard that.
Okay, sorry. That's
we usually get, yeah, do you do the Fandango, the dance?
Fandango,
and that?
sorry,
Yeah,
I was thinking Mandingo. Okay. Oh, yes.
This movie is so unique visually. Did you go into it having a clear vision, you know, from the very beginning, what you wanted to do and how to look?
No, there was no clear vision. I just thought, let's do a action film that doesn't have knives and doesn't have, let's say, bullets and things like that. And then you kind of get into swords and sandals. And that's been done to death. So I just said, how do you make it more aggressive? And I kind of took two things up, which is kind of like, you know, Old Boy meets, let's say, Fight Club. And I just thought, so the fighting had to be aggressive. It didn't have to, I didn't want the gods flying around. They had to fight with the correct physics. And that just took a lot of prefiguring when we went in there. So we had about a year and we got it together.
Now, you just mentioned Old Boy, which is one of my favorite films. Everyone always talks about that epic, like, visual battle. Will we see something like that in this?
I hope so. I hope so.
I do too.
I know it's in there. I hope you see it too.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Now, it's very clear that you put the actors through the regiment here as far as the physicality goes and and getting them in shape. Did they know what they were getting themselves into when they signed up for this film?
It said that from the very beginning, yes. I just said there's no beers, there's no nothing. You just got to be physically at the top of your form. Most of them it was easy. Luke, I got him at the last second, Zeus. Now he did an incredible job, but I didn't kind of want it to look like steroidy weight pumping anyway. Yeah. So I needed a swimmer's athlete, which is swimmer's physique, and that's harder to get than, let's say, 10 weeks of steroid and pumping. Right. So that's difficult to get, and I think they delivered.
Absolutely. I mean, they look ridiculous in the film.
They do.
You decided to go with the Young Gods. Which is, I've never seen that before.
It wasn't, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of shtick for it, for two reasons. One, I just thought the fighting had to be physical. And if they're physically fighting, I just thought old guys ended up in CGI territory, didn't want to do it. So if they're physically going to fight, I needed young guys. So I took the license from saying that if you want to live forever and you were immortal, why would you want to live like an 80-year-old? You'd probably live like a young guy. So we went from there. And plus, in all the Greek mythology, this is a section that I think in the film is now taken out a lot, which I feel bad about, which was kind of like the idea of, they had a lot of incest and everything going on in the films. And it's very strange to see an 80-year-old guy impregnating his daughter and all that. Never worked for me. So when they all look 24, there'd be a lot of incest. So a lot of flirting there was going to be cool, but I think everybody balked at it. So it's slightly less than intended.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're looking forward to it. It looks
too.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
Fandango.